Hey, everyone.
Hello, Brooke.
How is everyone today? Welcome to More Than a Reading Show. This is More Than a Reading Show.
This is More Than a Reading Show, it is.
It's pretty much more than a reading show. So, please show us out, people. How is everyone going? Welcome. G'day, Mandy Jane.
Hello, Mandy.
Going? Feel free to say whoever you like, Mandy Jane. There's no naughty corner here. Nothing is taboo.
Nothing is taboo but taboo itself.
Yeah. Okay, people. Who we got there? We got people watching. Just a couple. We have watching what?
I think that's it.
Yeah, they're lurking. That's it. Get into it, Mandy. Ban that, Stathi. That's it. You got a fan, Steph. Got a fan. Hey, Holly. Hey, Rita. How you going, girls?
Hi, Rita. Already? I haven't done anything yet. Yeah, those words, yet.
Well, that's it. Hey, Leslie. How you going? Oh, share us out. I better.
Hello.
The same. Okay, people.
Share, and share.
I am.
Oh, look. Sexy Auntie Brooke. Auntie. You're an auntie now. They've gone quiet. I think you're muted, mate.
Am I? No.
No? I see your lips are moving, but nothing's coming out. How are you, Rita? Thank you, Mandy. Okay, people. This is More Than a Reading Show. So those who have been here know the deal. You need to come online, live with us for a reading. There's always
is
there something I need to know about you, bro?
What?
Is there something someone just messaged?
No, someone just messaged me, and I'm just like, I just made a comment. I made a comment.
Hey, apparently you've always been Auntie Brooke.
Yeah. That's only because yeah. Shazam!
Is there something I should be? Is there something going on here?
No. I was just a mate of mine, and because that's just what the kids used to pay me out. Because I'd be doing the cooking and I'd be doing this and doing that. I was the nice guy, so they called me Auntie Brooke. And yeah, steering, no steering on this show, Shazza. Yeah, that's it. I know where you live, girl. So watch it. Too much petrol. Can't afford petrol, so you're safe. Okay, if you could share us out, people, that would be much appreciated. Just remember, sharing is caring. And people, this is More Than a Reading Show. So to get a reading on this show, you have to come on the show.
That's
it. You can go to any reading show and get a reading. This one is more than a reading show. You come on, you get a reading from me. Stathi will do whatever he'll do.
Yeah, Stathi will do whatever Stathi does.
He'll get out his magical wand and just go, Wingardium Leviosa. Or if you've had too many beans, he'll go Expelliarmus. That's it. Yeah, we don't mind muggles either. It's all good. So no, someone put a thing up on a post, and I was doing a funny dig, and they thought I was being serious. I'm like, hey, I'm not being serious. Now I'm getting told off for staring someone else on. But okay, that's right. I was sharing people. People, if you'd like to donate to support the show, it's much appreciated. The PayPal thing's there somewhere. Don't worry about putting it up, Cindy. That's okay. But if you would like, excuse me. Where am I serious? I can be serious. Look, me in glasses. There you go. Is that serious?
Hi, Amanda.
Doesn't get more serious than that. Yeah, well, I don't have to be super serious because my coffee's full. It just gets serious when it gets to the bottom. So, people, if you would like a reading, please, you have to come on the show. You have to come on the show. You have to come past you. You have to move past your comfort zones. Absolutely move past your comfort zones and come on the show. Okay, and then we do what it is that we do, and we fix you up. We throw a bit of tape on there. We write down when your next due date is for your next service, and we send you on your merry way. It's a bit more than that. We're pretty cool. Okay, I'm just sharing this out. So, who had a good day today in the crowd? Did all you guys have a good day? And if you didn't, why not? Okay. Yeah, sort of, Sharon. Not really. Yeah, who am I going to share to? All the same things. Oh, I'll share there and there.
I don't believe in much, Leslie, so I wouldn't be able to answer that one. I just don't believe in anything.
Why not? Do we have to believe?
Oh, you can believe. Yeah,
we can believe. But it's not just believing.
You know what a belief is.
How much research are you doing for yourself to find out? How deep are you digging? How far are you going? Do you just see something on TV and go, oh, a man, so-called scientist? Because I speak to scientists, I speak to doctors. Some of them know what they're talking about, and some of them haven't got a fucking clue. Okay? Like, you know how you say you can't judge all people? So you got your good ones and your bad ones? Well, same with professionals.
You're supposed to be you, yourself, Jen.
But if you think that everything you hear on the news and everything that you are told by the government and doctors is for your best benefit, then you are naive.
That's belief. You see, if you believe what they tell you, you don't know what they're telling you. Belief is based on what somebody tells you and you accept it to be truth. Knowing is that someone is telling you their belief and what they interpret to be truth.
Because we have the right to exercise our sovereignty and do a bit of dig deep, do reason. You know what I do? When something comes out and the first thing I fact check it, I do the maths. Crunch the numbers and see if it's even close to what they're talking about. You'd be surprised where the numbers that they are saying and the actual fact is two different things. The numbers don't lie. The numbers can lie. Didn't Bill Gates, he puts his reading list out, and there was one book that he says How to Lie with Statistics.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh God, yeah. Yep. So if you would like, it depends. Are you going to donate? I'll put them back on. If I can find them. I don't know where I put them. Did I have glasses? Yeah, you want a glass? Do you want to donate? Oh, come on.
I think we got the same
sexy.
glasses,
Man, these were $3 from Cheap as Chips because I keep losing them.
No,
Yeah,
Rita,
glasses.
we would not need to believe in ourselves, because what do you believe yourself is? And how do you know what it is that you believe that yourself is?
Good point.
So remember, if you're believing, we're all using this particular language at this moment. As I'm speaking, you're hearing me, you're understanding me. But every word I'm using, where did we learn the words? Who gave us these words with their association? So how would you know who you are if you're using the education to describe who you are, when it is based on what somebody has told us that we are A, B, or C? It's not about believing in ourselves. It's those real famous words, know thyself. So we don't believe in myself, know thyself. When you know yourself, you don't need to believe in yourself anymore, because you just know yourself.
Yeah, that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Belief. Belief is saying that I do not know.
Well, you can say, I know what a belief is. I know how to believe. So I can choose to believe what I've been told, but I know that I'm believing it. So there's a difference there. I don't know anything, and this is where those famous words comes. I know nothing. I know that I do not know.
So who would like a reading? Who would like a reading? Would anyone like a reading? And the good thing is we're pretty casual on this show. If you get a reading, we keep the gloves on. So we roll.
Brooke doesn't bite. I do.
Is it biting, or is it just saying it how it is?
We both say it for what it is, how it
Oh,
is.
some of them
as we
get
see it.
scared of me. Give them the reading. They're like, "Oh, Brooke, you tell them how it is." I'm just trying to tell the truth, because if we try to tell people what they want to hear, what's the point? Okay. Let's see. Where's everyone at today? Grace and general benefit. Graceful and generosity, eh? Be graceful and generous today. People, who would like a reading? Who would like a reading? You would love one? Okay. Jeremy, you can come on the show. Just click on the StreamYard link, open it in your browser, and then we will give you a reading.
Well, if you already know you're terribly broken, there's not much more that you need to know, is there?
Just need to fix it. It is internally broken. What's there to accept? So what you do, Jeremy, is you click on the StreamYard link, you open it in your browser, and you just sign in with, if you're on your phone, you sign in with Facebook or Google. If you're on an iPhone, I won't even go there. But you must come on the show to get a reading. Yeah, Leslie, we have to do the work. We have to fix. It's everything's broken to a degree, ish, but it's not so much broken. It's just educated beliefs, beliefs and trauma, unresolved, undealt with. It's just the way we basically think about it, really. The way the system has not told us how to properly deal with stuff, because, believe it or not, there's plenty of people that the schools don't help people because they don't want to. The system doesn't help people because it doesn't want to. Well, how about this? If you do your research, most of no, I'm not going to go there. You can work it out yourselves. If you only knew. Did the research. Okay, people. Who wants a reading? Who's coming on? G'day, Margaret. G'day, Angelita.
Hello, new ones. Mat ioshanos iat auno kunyat auno hian.
So, I better put the banner back up. Okay. We have our first guest. Awesome. Hello, Jeremy. How are you, mate?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, good.
It took me a moment to get it to log in, but...
Oh, that's okay. It's a bit funny on the phone. Where are you from, mate?
Adelaide.
Oh, Adelaide, where all the cool kids live. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jeremy, do you know much about your chakras?
I feel I've got quite a few of them blocked at the moment.
Okay. Can I get you to focus on your heart chakra?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath in. Count to 3. Release. Just focus on your breathing while Brooke does the reading.
Sometimes things can get really overwhelming. Okay, there's so much going on. There's so much problems. People, the way the world is, the way life is. Things are going chaotic at the moment. Who do we trust? Who do we believe? Where's the truth at? What's best for me? All this stuff. It just goes around and around and around. It can be quite overwhelming and a lot to sort through. Because at the moment I've got in your main pile, I've got inverted. I've got the Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded, and stay rooted and grounded. When this comes up, especially inverted, it's saying that we're inside of our head, that we're struggling to put piece together, that we're always just thinking, okay, what's this, what's that, what's next, what do I need to do, and it tends to be idle overthinking. But at the moment, when things aren't working, we can continue to go about things the way we usually go. But it was Einstein said the definition of insanity was trying the same thing every day and expecting different results. But at the moment, I've got the main card I've got for you is the Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. This is calling you to arms. This is calling you to stand in your power and going, hey, okay, look, I gotta deal with this. I gotta make a move. I gotta stand up. But what's interesting is I've got the Air Guardian in between these two cards, and this is saying shift your perception. So, depending on our perception, like sometimes we can't see something right under our nose because from where our eyes is, our nose is in the way, even though it's right in front of our feet. So for the moment, this can be a belief system that you're holding on to. Something from the past that you're holding on to, but at the moment, it's obscuring your perception. Because when we start to move forward and we start to like want to work out, the hardest thing that makes it the hardest is doing new things through the old ways.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, you look old school. It's like, trying to clean out the carby when you got like fuel injectors on the new car.
Yeah.
You can't adjust the carby. You got to go and get, your CPU timing and hook it up to a computer. It's all different now. Okay. But the same thing seems to be happening with you at the moment. And this is why you're getting resistance, and this is why you're getting in your head at the moment, because I've got the Air Guardian shift your perception. So this is saying, hey, look, there's something that you're missing, but this is okay. This is okay. But what I've got over to the side is I've got the travel card. This is inverted. So this is moving in due direction. So this is saying, like, this is almost saying going the same way about the new things. And it's time to have a good look. It's time to step out. It's time to shake things up. It's time to make a shift and make a change and go, look, I just got to almost go out and try something just different, that you would not be you, just to see, like, okay, what's in this? Maybe I just, because it's not so much that thing. See, we think, yeah, but that's not what I want to do, or I don't know. Yeah, that's not really interest me. It's not so much that, but it gives us a different point of view. And when we have a different point of view, okay, we might go, oh, wait a sec. Now I can see what I wasn't seeing before. Doesn't mean I'm going to be interested in this other point of view, but it just gives us a different perspective. Okay, because the perspective seems to be the point of resistance at the moment. But see, I got the warrior card: stand strong and be fearless, and this means that you're in. That means that it's not going to be. You're going to have to push. You're going to have to push. You're going to have to push past your comfort zones. Push past what you've been used to. A bit of at the moment. I'm getting there's the hard thing. It feels like there's too many old ideals, and this comes back to our old training in the world. Okay. They want us to chase a carrot on a stick. It's all about, and I feel like there's self-judgment on your behalf, because you're trying to move forward and you're trying to do new things. You're trying to explore new areas, but at the same time, you're trying to judge yourself by, the old way of the world. And this is why, the Air Guardian's coming out, is we're going to throw the old out the window.
Yeah.
Okay. And the hard thing about that is we can get a lot of slack from people that are still doing things the old ways, but that's all they know. So we shouldn't worry about it. Shouldn't get offended. But whatever's happening at the moment, it's time for you to step up and take the high ground. Yep. And what happens is, when there's some resistance around us, okay, look, when we go through things and when we go through changes, people are going to resonate. People are going to fizzle out. We're going to make new people, because this is what happens. This is why people don't like to grow. Don't like it to grow. There's three things that happen when someone tries to move forward on something new or something different, or try to make changes in their life. Is the three things that happen is, one, people near them will go, hey, cool, let's come with you. Two, they'll go, yeah, see you later, not interested. Three, they'll try to pull you back down to their level. Okay, so I'm getting that there's a lot of resistance around on that, but this is just one of those things. And I've got underneath that, I've got the broken arrow that embrace the energy piece. So that's just saying, look, there's going to be some change. There's going to be some old things. It happens to all of us. We go new ways. We work out new things, and what we did and the group of friends that we had before might change. Because I used to have a heap of people that I used to love drinking with. They're still good mates. I still love them to death, but I don't go around drinking with them all the time. Doesn't interest me. Okay, they're still doing that. That's cool. No judgment, but things change. But at the moment, I got this moving forward. I've got the Star Ancestor. This is a really beautiful card, and it's a really powerful card, because there's that inkling inside of us that draws us, that thing in the back says, there's more out there. I was made for more. And it's there's almost like a greatness inside of you, and you go like, and you look around and go, well, the fuck, this is just life. This is all bullshit. Where's the greatness? But what it is, it's the Star Ancestor says, follow the voice in your soul, and until we work out our desires and our passions, and we take steps to follow that, which usually means people are going to say, what the fuck are you doing?
Yep.
Because people like change is the unknown, and unknown is scary for most people.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to cop a lot of what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, as long as they don't call me late for breakfast, you can call me what you want.
Yeah.
But that's it. See, the point is, at the moment, it comes down to you following that voice in your soul. You following that heart and following that desire that deep inside you. So people are going to try to make you question yourself and question this and question that and try to, in your beliefs. They're just doing what they're doing. That's just that's all they know. Okay, there's no judgment. It's just the way things go. But the moment you're going to be prepared to that, and when you get that struggle, instead of engaging and going, hey, I'm doing the right thing, why don't you wake the fuck up to your crap?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to come from that heart space. I got the action card is the white witch, be the light. Okay, and that's about taking the higher ground, going, no, it's okay, man. Yeah, I know you don't understand. You can think whatever you think, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I know where I'm going.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
And the last card I've got for you. Okay. There seems to be some limitations on look. See, coming under the Star Ancestor, follow the voice in your soul. I've got the Seers card. See beyond your current situation. Now, when we look at the big scope of our life, some points of our life can be big dramas, can be big issues, can be very heavy stuff. But at the end of the day, when we look at the big picture of things, okay, it's like, in 2 years' time, who's going to give a shit?
Yep.
And at the moment, there's too many little things that you've got your focus on. And when we focus on the little things in front of us, okay, they can be a pain in the butt. They're just obstacles. But when we focus on the obstacles, and that's all we see that obstacle, that obstacle, that obstacle, that obstacle. When that's our focus, they become barriers.
Lose sight of the bigger picture then too.
Yeah, when we get the bigger picture, then it's just something to go around. And we'll go, I'll step over that. I'll jump over that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we see a sign that says, do not jump the fence. And you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm jumping the fence.
Yeah, I'm jumping.
I'm jumping. Okay. So that's all I got for you.
All right. Thank you very much. Definitely resonated.
Excellent. And
Definitely.
Stathi's got you now.
Okay, Jeremy.
Yes.
Blocked chakras, your sacral, your throat, your solar plexus, the main three. The others are out of alignment because of those three as well. Your heart's been closed off. Has there been something that has occurred, something dark, your past, that sort of has you cautious about situations?
Oh, I've been through a few relationship issues in the past.
It's something that it's not it's not a focus. It's there though. That's in the heart chakra itself, because there's it's like a shield. It's a fine mesh. It's not really a thick, heavy one, but it is still there. Sort of, it's keeping you distant from connections. And it's not necessarily connections with a partner or anything, but it's connections that you could be making for growth, for your self growth.
Okay. Yeah.
Now there's this thing about boundaries, which I'm picking up on you as well. So you have set yourself boundaries. Boundaries are good, and I don't have an issue with boundaries. But where I'm going to take you with this now is when we were children, before we started to really, we didn't really know, but we started to get told to do this or to not do this. You can't do this and you can't do that. We were, although we were told with children, it's a little bit more than just being children at that stage. We're explorers.
Yeah.
The child has no fear whatsoever, and it doesn't know what a boundary is. It'd be very advisable for you to actually look at that time of that child that you were, that did not have those fears or boundaries set, that you would just go and explore something. It didn't. It wasn't about being right or wrong, or it was fearful or scary. It didn't exist because you didn't understand what they were. Now, as you start to do that, you're going to come back to your own alignment. Instead of focusing externally, you'll be focusing more on yourself. When you're experiencing something, ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why am I feeling this at this moment? I do feel that you're open enough to look at things without blinkers, and a lot of people today have blinkers on. So we remove those blinkers. Your consciousness has expanded, and you do see things in a different light than your surroundings and a lot of people. But you can go deeper and further than what you are at this moment. To do that, though, you need to start speaking to clear your throat chakra. Not many people are going to really appreciate what you have to say and how you want to say it, but it has to be your truth and from your heart. That'll start clearing up your throat chakra, and that'll bring that into alignment. Make sure it's coming from the heart as well. As you're doing that, though, your heart will actually expand, because that's the part that really needs to expand in you, is opening up your heart chakra. To embrace individuals as well. And again, it's not about partners. It's partners can be friends, can be anything. So it is just open yourself up to receiving from other people as well, because there are those who are waiting in the background. They don't know it. You don't know it. You don't know who you are, but they're there. That energy is there, but it's for you now. That's your solar plexus. Start getting creative. Start getting creative with yourself. Start getting into some creative aspect. So whether it's doing Tai Chi or learning Qigong, along those lines, I'm more into the Tai Chi and Qigong aspect of it. That is actually working with symbolism as well. If you get into that, that's going to assist a lot with your sacral as well. Now, that also assists with the solar plexus and assists with the speaking in the throat chakra. Visualization, don't focus too much on it's more imagination than seeing at this moment, because your alignment is not complete. So as you're aligning yourself, things will start to come a lot clearer. The flow of energy from above is coming through. So from your crown chakra, which is nice and healthy in actual fact, is coming through, but it's misinterpreted because you're focusing too much externally. Now, this is the other part as well. Your base chakra is underactive, so it's not overactive in a sense that it's just underactive at this moment, which you can do a little bit more. And this is where doing Tai Chi or Qigong or along those lines, it doesn't matter what it is, being creative. It'll keep you in the present moment, and the present moment will assist with your grounding as well, with your base chakra, which will give you that alignment that you require. As the bottom four chakras, 1, 2, 3, 4, as the bottom chakras, 5 chakras align, you'll start to get clearer images, and you'll be able to work with them in the present moment. Learn to distinguish the difference between yourself and what you feel. We all feel things, but we're not what we're feeling. That'll start bringing you more into self-alignment, and also acknowledging that, okay, you see something, it's not what you are. You hear something, it's not what you are. You feel something, it's not what you are. You are feeling these things, you are doing these things, but to be able to distinguish them, to bring yourself back to yourself. The blinkers can be taken off, because at this moment your blinkers are out here, but they can be removed completely. Start seeing things a little bit more around you. Do self-work. It is important to start focusing more on you and your health, and start taking care of your food, your drinking, all of that stuff. Pick up the sage, start saging a lot more, and keeping your aura clear as well, because what you're focusing on as well at times, which is not always positive, that focus is pulling in negative energies, and that's lingering around you as well. So you can do a little bit of clearing on that aspect of it.
Yep.
Now, is there something going on with your left shoulder?
Yeah, there is. I've got bursitis in my left shoulder at the moment.
Yeah, it's strong there. I think that as you start to do some movements and slowly get into it, I feel that you'll notice a difference in that area. Also, Qigong will start assisting you as well with pulling the energy into yourself. So, and a good way to do it is, when you focus on that area, when you're feeling it, and I feel it's got a lot to do with energies around you at this moment. But as you feel that area in your shoulder, start putting white light into it. Start visualizing white light in that point that you feel it, and just watch it expanding and then pushing that.
Yeah.
Now, I want to use the word pain, but it's not the right word that will be associated to this. As you feel it, put the white light to it and visualize whatever it is that you're feeling being pushed out of you.
Out of it. Yeah.
And I think you'll notice the difference to it. But movement is going to be really appreciated. Also, that's running to your spine. So you've got some, I think it's your disc that might be out as well. But your upper discs are a little bit out towards your neck area. Now, again, that is a lot to do with a lot of energies around at this moment, but also your focus. Also, health-wise, that'll start. Go and get some work done, physical work. Go and get a massage if you have to. Get somebody who knows what they're doing. Energetic work will assist as well. But what I feel you really require is somebody who really knows how to do some good, deep massage, deep muscle massage on you, and to work on your spine. Also, your discs, that will assist your discs to feel a little bit looser and be popping back in to the place, which will also assist with the shoulder, which is running. I can feel it's all running down towards your fingers as well, so you feel numb at times.
Yeah.
As you start to work with your chakras and start to do what I have said, you'll start to notice a difference in how you're feeling. Also, start thinking more positive about yourself. The more you're focusing outside of this moment, the more you're going to start pulling onto you. As we focus on tomorrow or focus on yesterday, we're not in this moment. So we're spending our energy outwards. So we want to bring the energy back into you. Keep your focus on your heart chakra. Work with the other chakras as well, and that should start to assist. But it is you. This is all up to you, for you to do all this work as well. As Brooke mentioned, if we don't do the work, I can say whatever I'm saying to you. It is you that will do the work. I'm not doing anything.
I've got to do it.
Yeah, that's right. So you need to do that. Sage and Palo Santo, use that on a constant basis just to keep those negative energies out. Listen to some nice music. Keep yourself in the present moment. Get creative. Qigong, Tai Chi. I'm only suggesting those two, but there are so many other modalities out there as well. And that will just keep you active as well. Go for walks, ride a bike, whatever it might be, keeping you in the present moment.
Awesome.
Jeremy, that's all I have for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That definitely resonates. It's funny, I've got a friend that actually only asked me a couple of weeks ago about Tai Chi. So sorry?
Synchronicities.
Yeah.
Synchronicities.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Definitely. Yeah. And like my shoulder. I haven't told many people about that. So that definitely.
I think I felt that the first thing that I felt, in actual fact, from you, but I had to go through the whole process to get to that again. As we line ourselves up, as we line up with the present moment, more synchronicities start to come through as well. They're more obvious. Synchronicities are happening 24/7. We cannot be out of synchronicities. It's just where our focus is that prevents us from seeing the moment of that synchronicity. And synchronicity is, you just mentioned Tai Chi. Someone's already mentioned it to you. It's come to you again now. Something else you might turn the TV on or jump onto the net, and all of a sudden there's Tai Chi in front of you. So that's all synchronicity. You might be listening to a song that speaks about Tai Chi. You might jump onto YouTube and there's Tai Chi in front of you. So all of those things are synchronicities. Pay attention to them, but again, you'll see more of them as you're more
Opening
aligned
up.
with this stuff as well.
Yeah.
More opening up, but also being more present. And being more present is that's the grounding aspect of it. So when we're grounded, we are in this moment. We're not in any other moments other than the moment itself, allowing things to just come to us as to come, without judging them, without presuming they should be this or they should be that. The moment itself is literally living with the unknown, unknowing what's coming next, and just accepting whatever it is that's presented to us. And as it's presented, whatever it might be, we'll deal with it when it's presented, without presuming it should or shouldn't be. It will just be easier to deal with as well.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you very much, both of you.
You're welcome, Jeremy. Namaste.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you, mate.
See you, mate. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey, Penny. Ah, Penny.
Hello, Penny. He's not handsome. Come on.
See, just this bit.
He's pretty.
Slightly.
He's Auntie Brooke, so he can only be pretty.
Ah. That's it. All your hair's here, man. And all my hair's up here.
Yeah, yours is just up there.
Oh, that's it. Looks cool.
I reckon if we combine, it will actually be perfect, wouldn't we?
I don't know, man. I look like I had a mullet. Look a bit mullety. What is that? With such mullet comes such power.
I don't know.
Responsibility with great. Yeah. And that's coming back into fashion. I can't believe it. It's just. Oh. Man.
You're welcome, Jeremy.
Okay, who would like to come up next? See? Tutor Focus said it. Healing with Stathi said it. And all you have to do is click on this. Or that. Or that. And you can come on. And people, feel free to donate and support the show. Much appreciated. And that's it. I mean, the synchronicities, but when you come into alignment and you follow your intuition, they can go off tap.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you work out that the universe is working for you and with you, even when certain cruddy things happen, you know it's for a reason, and you don't worry. You don't worry.
There is a pattern that is constant. And all we need to do is align ourselves, center ourselves to flow with the pattern and see it for what it is without presuming. We do a lot of presuming in this world, presuming it should be this way or should be that way. This shouldn't happen or that shouldn't happen. As we start to accept that everything happens for a reason and it's happening exactly as it's supposed to happen, what one can see is beyond what one will tell them that this.
And you say like that, and I'm thinking, oh, dear God, the world needs help then. Oh my God, it needs help.
No, the world doesn't need help. We just need to get our heads out of our rear ends.
Absolutely.
As we do that, we'll see it for what it is. Take those rose-colored glasses off.
Yes, because we get so caught up in our own bullshit, and all we do is we feed the collective with bullshit. We've got to stop doing that, people. We've got to stop doing that. Worrying about small stuff. Worrying about the crap that we worry about. We've got to stop worrying about it. How do we stop worrying about it? We do the self-work and we learn to control. We actually, when things aren't going like shit, okay, it starts by learning how to get out of reaction mode. And what I mean by that is when something happens and we get triggered and we go, fuck. All right. And we get triggered. Now, next time it happens, what we're going to do is understand, like, the classic one, when someone offends us and we get offended, like our ego. And we got to understand that that's our ego reacting. So when someone offends us, we're like, that pissed me off. But instead of going through with it, we go, okay, wait a second. It's just my ego. I shouldn't be getting offended. And I'm not going to react to it. And then what we do is we start to create the neural pathways. Okay. They start to become bigger. Okay. The positive ones. But before something would happen and get triggered, we go straight to the neural pathway that we're used to using. And then we just go and get triggered. But we got to train those other pathways. So then when something happens, we're like, yeah, okay, yeah, don't like it, but so what? Okay, we got to train ourselves on the small things, because some people, they just go screaming when they get to the big things and go, woe is me, oh, it's easier said than done, it's so hard. And it's like, well, did you do the training when there wasn't an issue?
Exactly.
Or do you wait till there's a big problem and then you go, whoa, what does Yoda say? Remember your training, remember your training. Okay, that's why we're going to do the work, people. So important to do the work, not wait till we have a shitstorm and then wonder why we're not coping. We're going to start with the small things. Okay, who would like reading? I'm good, Sunny Skies. Would you like a reading, Sunny Skies? But you must come on the show. Oh, fine. Well, there's a link above you that says StreamYard. Just click on that and come onto the show, and then we'll give you a reading. That's how this show works, Sunny Skies. To get a reading, you must come on the show. What gave it away? The banner? Or do I need more contrast? Is that not standing out enough? What's your favourite colour, Stathi?
My favourite colour.
Okay, just pick a colour.
Today it's red. This is red, by the way. Well, not exactly red, I should say that. I don't know. Earth colours. Yeah,
red. We can go red. We can go redder. Yeah. Look at
Everybody
that.
says that. We always use excuses for some reason or other.
And yeah, but you're still decent, aren't you? Sunny Skies. Just cover up slightly and come on the show.
Hello, Emma. Hello, Ruben.
Hi, Ruben. Hey, Emma. How you going? Would you like a reading? If you would like a reading, you must come on the show. And we can sort you out. We can hook you up. We can give you some insight. We can find some resistance. Something you're not seeing. It's not that we're not seeing it. Something usually we're avoiding and pushing to the side.
Currently floating in Bath.
Yeah. Well, you come on now, we'll get banned, Emma. So, yeah. Have you got a rubber duck, Emma? So, who would like a reading?
Hmm. Can't believe I've only had one coffee.
I'm only halfway through my coffee. There go people. Look, I got these cards just raring to go, but so the difference with this show is if you would like a reading, you must come on the show, because if you want to grow, you must learn to push yourself past your comfort zones. Okay? Most people just want to stay in their comfort zones and go, give me a card that says circumstances are going to line up for me. Then what we do is wait for circumstances to dictate our life. And then we're not in the driver's seat. And then when we're not in the driver's seat of life, 20 years down the track, we go, how did I get here?
Hello, Alison.
Hey, Alison. Okay. So who would love to come on? And please, people, please donate to support the show. It would be much appreciated. Okay. That's it. So we're going to come on. Well, thank you, Jeremy. Namaste, mate. Thank you for your donation. Maybe we should get Cindy to come on the show. Cindy, just click yourself on the show if you want to come on the show. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Okay, Cindy. Cards for Cindy.
No, I'm not going to read her. She has to show herself.
Are you sure? Oh, no, that's brilliant. You're brilliant, mate. Thanks for the exchange of energies, mate. Awesome.
Thank you, Jeremy.
All right. This is
Hey,
inverted.
Jeremy, just something that's popped up. You're in Adelaide, if I remember correctly. Get in contact with Brooke.
Yeah. On Facebook. Just message me.
Yeah.
Because I do multiple modalities, healing, alignments, all that sort of stuff. Cindy. See this card? I pulled you one card. It's inverted. Do you know what this is?
I can't see it.
It's the order card. Move past ancestral patterns. Hiding yourself seems to be a pattern. Yeah.
I know, I'm aware of it.
Oh, well, you're no fun.
Well, let's get someone else on the show. Come on, people.
Yep.
Don't leave me with these two.
Oops. Oops. My God, Cindy.
I know.
That wasn't me. Yeah, it was. I did the whole
It was.
thing. Yep. It was fun. Okay.
Come on, peeps. Who's next?
Who would like to come on the show and get a reading?
somebody else to come on.
Okay. That's no good. So, people, if you pick up a lot of people's energies around the place and you get awkward or anxieties, or you get drained around a lot of people, or you get drained at work, you work in a hard environment where there's a lot of stuff going on, this could be a real game changer. And just to prove that we really mean business, we'll ban Celine Dion from this show. Absolutely.
What do you got against Celine Dion?
I don't know. Just someone said it one day, and I typed it in there. So it'd be funny if she came on the show, gave her a reading. Or was she one of these ones that's passed now? Who knows? Who knows? They're all dropping like flies.
Hello, Ireland and Canada.
Hello. Welcome to the Chili Show. So, people, to get a reading, you must come on the show because this is not just a standard reading show. You need to push yourself past your comfort zones and be prepared to make the changes that you need to move forward. That's why on this show, we make you come on the show, because otherwise it would just be another reading show. But this is more than a reading show. So click on the StreamYard link and come on the show. And if you do, to prove that we care and we appreciate it, not only will we ban Celine Dion, if you ask us to, we'll also ban that was the wrong button, Cindy. That was, I meant to.
Go on, Cindy. Ban Brooke.
Brooke just beat me to it. I was going to put that one up.
Hey, Ria. Hey, Torne. Remember, yes. What do you see the difference between empathic, and it's all energy. You pick up energy. Depends how much you pick up energy. People project energy. Some people just energetic aerials. Okay. It's just the ecosystem that we're in. And unless we can work out how to deal with it, if we can't master it, it will become our master, Alison. I like guiding. I spend a lot of time some days I get into a narcissist, an empath narcissist support group, and I tell them how it is. Absolutely.
Everyone is an empath. Everyone is an empath.
Even my cat.
But to be able to distinguish oneself from what one is feeling, that's a different story.
Torne, absolutely. You can have a reading, but there's a catch. To get a reading, you must come on this show because this is more than a reading show. I wish it was the Chili show, but it's just more than a reading. And have we got someone here? We got someone up. They're just having trouble connecting. You will need to connect. Just go out and come back in, Catherine. You'll need to have a mic and the video going on. You'll have to on your thing. Oh, well, cool. That's cool. Melissa, ask him.
I was going to say, give me his phone number and I'll ask him for you if you can't ask him. You want to know something for yourself, about yourself? Come on the show. You want to know about somebody else? Ask for somebody else.
Indeed.
Dress attire is not anything specific, just as long as Facebook won't burn us. Anything is acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, look, I got my Uggies. Yeah, look, I got my old Ugg beats on, man. That's it. I garden in these. I walk around everywhere. At home, old Uggies. They're not even real Uggies. They're fake Uggies. So if you would like to come on the show, because this show's about knowing something about yourself is about your self-development. But if you're not worried about your self-development, you're worried about, is my husband going to let me get a cat? Or if you're worried about just 3D everyday stuff, then I'm sure there's plenty of medium shows that will give you all the answers you want.
To that requirement, yes.
This show is focused. I'm a guidance reader, so I'm looking at helping you move past any blocks or yourself. Okay, help giving you. This show's about tools for self-development. Okay. I can find out. I can answer those questions that you're asking, but I can't see someone who does that for a living. I'm not interested. I'm interested in helping you to know yourself to move forward. Okay, we've got someone else. Awesome. Hello.
Hi.
How are
See,
you?
I like my bed head this morning.
Oh yeah, look, yeah, mine's all tangled up and it's everywhere,
yeah.
but it's easy to manage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just put on a hat,
Oh, you
pretty
look
much. Thank you.
How do you
Yeah,
pronounce
your
your name?
energy looks really amazing.
Sorry.
Your energy looks amazing. How are you
Awesome.
cooking?
Good. I've been gardening today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always. Even Stathi Brooke says, your energy is far better when you've been in the garden.
Well, we
It's just
all have to be grounded. That's for sure.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
How do we pronounce your name?
Pardon?
How do we pronounce your name?
Tanya.
Tanya. Okay.
Yeah,
thank
it's
you, Tanya.
actually Tanya Jean, but I don't really like that. It's a little too prissy for my liking.
Tanya was-
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Tanya, can I
Yeah.
ask you just focus on your heart chakra? Take a deep breath in. To your count of 3, release. And then just focus on your breathing as Brooke does the reading.
How's your pillow at the moment?
How's the what?
Your pillow on your bed.
Oh, it's a silk one. It's pretty good.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah.
You're not getting a sore neck at all?
Yes, I am. And a sore right arm. But I astral travel too at night. So so I've changed my pillow.
Okay. One thing I've got to ask is, what's the universe asking you to do that you don't want to do?
Bed rest. Yes. I am very well. I help a lot of people and I forget about myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because the first card I've got for you is the moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Okay. And look, if it's already come up, if you need to get more sleep and you need to take care of better yourself, okay, this is your intuition. Your intuition is talkative, because what happens is, sometimes we get, this is the thing, is we got all the old way of doing things. We look, when people look at success, they go, oh, they're doing that, and we're helping others and we're doing all this, and this is, the old way of doing things is people tend to throw themselves, and we're taught to be selfless, and that's the way to do things. But sometimes at what cost? And I'm not talking about not helping people, but at the moment you really need to focus on getting yourself on catering for yourself, because the more we cater to ourselves, the more we align, and the more we can align, the more energy that can flow through us, and the more energy can flow through us, the more we pick up, the more we take in, the more tools we have available, and the deeper we can go into helping other people heal. And at the moment, I've got on your main pole, I've got the snake shed the old skin. This is the universe saying, hey, come on, it's time to shake things up. It's time to move things forward. It's time to step things up a notch. Okay. And, we get so busy learning and doing and helping and, on our journey, that sometimes we need the universe to just sometimes to give us a bit of a slack. Well, if we don't slow down when the universe is asking us to get more rest, it'll do something. It'll put something there.
Okay. Like a bad back.
It'll put something there. Or it'll create a crisis.
Okay.
To just get your attention. It'll put something there to get your attention. Go, hey, look, one way or another, you need to listen. Okay.
Yeah.
And the universe is your intuition. So your intuition is telling you, because it's trying to guide you. It's trying to guide you because it wants you it wants you it wants you to it wants to give you so much more. I've got all these cards: gratitude, grace. I got its time. I got these cards inverted, and the one down the bottom is seek inspiration. I mean, the guy wants to level you up, but until we get so stuck in our ways of doing things, and we get so stuck, and we want to move forward, but we want to move forward in the way that we want to move forward. And sometimes the universe is like, "You're still not listening. You're still not listening." And we're like, "Yeah, I heard you always." And then the ego steps in and starts going, "Oh yeah, but well, yeah." We're just like, I didn't hear that. It was just too muddled, and we switch the focus. But at the moment, the intuition's screaming out to you, and it just really needs. It really needs you to get on top of yourself and recharge, regardless. Sometimes we just have to put ourselves, but as you do this, and it's just like with food. I mean, I've been just going through this whole shake up with my food. I mean, I've always been a vegetarian, vegan, but I've got a garden going, and I'm really getting off the old process. Getting whole foods, living foods, juices.
You have to research fulvic and humic acid.
Yep. Oh, yeah, cool.
It's important. This is really amazing because I feel the energy that your friend. How do I pronounce your name? Stathi?
Yep, that's the one.
I can feel it from the heart, and then now he's at my solar plexus. No, he's at my sacral now. Nope. Yeah, it's going up and down. I can feel it. That's amazing. I feel so grateful. Thank you.
Awesome. But at the moment, there seems to be too much. There just seems to be too much traffic in the head. Okay. It almost feels like there's so much you want to do, there's so much you want to achieve, and it just feels sometimes like you're just pushing yourself that bit too hard, because you know the way the world is. Oh, we want to help, right. we want to get there, we want to move forward, and we want to shift, and you want to go on the path. I do the same thing too, but at the moment there's healing information is coming in, but it's coming in when you slow down.
When I sleep, I get the messages.
It's coming when you start looking after yourself better and taking note to intuitive messages, because it just feels like there's a bit of brush off and a bit of overthinking. It's like I just keep going back to the old ways, the old sort of the old ways of the self judgment. I've got to achieve. I've got to achieve. I've got to achieve. I've got to achieve. Okay,
no,
and it just—I
don't know about that.
It's just like when we get on
the only thing that keeps on going in my mind is that Jesus didn't ask for money to help.
Yep.
So I'm doing it, and I figure God will provide for me. And then other spiritual people are saying, "Well, it's not balanced, so you're giving your energy away. That's why you're feeling what you're feeling."
Yep.
So, okay. So I get what you're saying. So I will do the work, because the only way that I can rise from it is by actually doing the work and listening just to source in the universe. So thank you for the message.
Yep.
Yeah.
But also I've got here is I've got the air guardian, shift your perception. Okay, so there's just sometimes with our belief systems. Okay, there's nothing wrong with belief system, but at the end of the day, it is a belief system. Okay, this goes for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but at the moment, I've got the Seers card. See beyond your current situation. Okay, and that's inverted. That's inverted under the air guardian. Shift your perception. Okay, so this is saying just not to get too rigid, because there's always a way of looking at something. There's different ways to looking at something, and we can't. As soon as we become too fixed
mm-hmm.
on one way of doing things, then we're no longer clay. Yeah, even Jesus said, you know, you're going to be like the clay. You're going to be able to mold. Okay. So at the moment, it's just asking you to shift. The air guardian's coming up, just saying, just shift your perception. Okay, because there's a lot of awesome stuff ahead of you. Okay, but it's inverted at the moment because you just that too bit rigid. So this goes back to you following your intuition. Okay, but there's still, and your main pole is take note of intuitive messages and shed the old skin. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope that's helped you.
It has. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Stathi. I hope I said your name
No, I'm
right.
not done with you yet.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not done.
By all means, I'm open to it. Thank you. I haven't had any help other than from God. I don't have any mentors. Yes.
I want you to bring your focus to the back of your heart chakra.
Here's my hand chakra. So the back of my right or the left?
Your heart chakra.
Oh, my heart chakra.
The back of your heart chakra, yes.
The back.
Just put your focus there. I want you to feel the warmth that's started to build up in that area. I want you to feel as though a hand's pushing into your back now. And feel the pull from the front.
Oh, it cracked.
Dao namyatio no man. Dao. Amashio no sitio no myatiana kyomas. Bring your focus to your throat chakra, to the left side of your throat. Feel as though a finger is pushing in that area. It's pushing into your throat. Just feel the pressure. Now tilt your head to the left, towards your left shoulder, and feel the right side stretch. Drop your right arm as much as you can and just feel the pull. Now keeping your head down, bring your head forward towards your chest, chin to your chest.
It hurts.
Now all the way over to your right shoulder, the same. And drop your left arm and just feel the pull to your left. Now hold it there to your right. Take a deep breath in. To your count of 3, release. And as you're releasing, straighten your head. Now I'd like you to bring your focus to your third eye, to your forehead, about 1 centimeter from your forehead. And it will feel as though it will feel pressure. You'll just feel slight pressure towards your forehead. We're going to, yeah, that's the one. Now bring your focus straight through down to your base chakra. And visualize a bright ruby red in your base chakra. What I'd like you to do now is just keep your visual on your base chakra. I want you to see the base chakra, though, it expanded to the size of, those medicine, those big balls that you sit on. I don't recall what they're called. But it's a nice big ball that you can actually sit on. And just visualize yourself sitting on your base chakra. It's nice big. You're sitting on it. Good. What I want you to do, though, now is feel the energy coming straight up through your sacral, through your solar plexus. And I want you to feel it all in your heart chakra. And just feel it all around you once it hits your heart chakra. Sashana kumati yonos. Good. Now bring your focus to your crown chakra, just above your head, about an inch. Feel the tingling on top of your head. I just want you to pull the energy from your crown chakra all the way from the back of your neck straight down your spine and to your coccyx. And just feel it, or feel warm as it's coming through. When it gets to your coccyx, I want you to take it all the way down to your feet. Once it's down at your feet, wiggle your toes. Once you've got your wiggling toes, open your eyes and look directly ahead of you and just look at the first thing that is in front of you. Look how clear it is now.
Oh, nice.
Okay. The more you focus on tomorrow, the less you'll feel what you're feeling now. Tomorrow will not come. What you will have is what you have thought of that you require to be doing. You'll continue to do what needs to be done. But know that when you're doing what is to be done, you're doing it now. Because you can only be now doing it. Do not focus too much on how you see things. Do not focus on how you want things to be. Allow them to present themselves. They'll be much easier to accept. The messages you receive. Now, the one thing that to understand with those messages is do not aim to understand them with the language that we speak. The words might come to you. Do not accept those words to be as you understand them, and know there's a lot more, and there's a lot more depth into it than what you or your, and this applies to all again. It's more than the education will allow you to experience at this moment. There is a depth there, and there is a big message there for you as well, and it is for yourself, but it is to be shared. When you're sharing it, you'll notice that the all that tension that you have in your shoulders and neck area will be released, but it's the right people around you at this moment that are not there for you to share that. Not many will understand what you have to share. That's why it's confusing for you as well. The right person that will come along, or people, it will be a person at first. You'll feel like this pull to say what you need to say, and at first it will not make sense to you. That's when you'll know it's the right message.
Thank you.
And as you start to speak it, although it will not make sense at first, it will start to make sense. Allow the nonsensical to come through.
Gratitude.
Bring your focus back to your heart chakra. And keep it there. Just feel the warmth around you. I hope that's assisted you. Thank you for your time.
Oh, it did. Thank you so much. I feel so grateful. Many blessings.
And to you.
My star brothers.
Yes. Yes, you're one of us. I can really say
Yes.
that. I'm very much aware of who you are.
Thank you. I'm very much aware of who you guys are now. I'm glad I listened this morning and I was guided to come here.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
It
Oh, I
is
can move my
happening
back
now.
now. Isn't that amazing? I can move my back.
It will get you'll start to feel it, but keep your focus to your heart chakra, and the work itself is being done and will continue to be done. You just need to keep the focus in the present moment. Do not overthink.
Now.
That's right.
Okay.
Do not overthink. Allow things to be for what they are in this moment, right now. Every second, every word I speak is past tense. Every word you listen, past tense. Now is all we have. Been aware of that which has been past. Thank you, Tanya.
No, thank you. Both of you.
You have a lovely day.
Bye now. I don't know how to
Bye.
get out of here, though. Just close the window.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a button there.
Okay, thanks.
Bye. Lovely. Latika, if you want to know about yourself, so you can come from the right space to deal with it to deal with what you're dealing, we can help you. But if you just want to know how the unknown's going to unfold, I don't do fortune telling. I can, but I don't. I'm here to assist you know yourself so you can do what is best for you to deal with your situation. Okay? Well, to get a reading, you must come on the show. Okay? This show is about internal and spiritual guidance. So it's up to you. If you're up for it, come on. I'll tell you about yourself and what you need to know about yourself. But your situation, you're going to have to let that unfold. That's the unknown. And any information that I give you on the unknown will affect the way the unknown unfolds. So, if anyone would like to get a reading, you must come on the show. So, who have we got there? Who would like to come on the show and get a reading? Who would would like a reading? No?
No, it's submission. Oh. It does look like every time I pull something out, I'm throwing it at you. I'm not throwing it at you. It's going out my window.
Yeah, let's get water off a duck's back, mate. Yeah, it's not going to trigger me. Because I rearranged my kitchen the other day. Yesterday, was it today or yesterday? And I got rid of where I've got a small kitchen. I got rid of the microwave because I don't use it anymore because it takes all the nutrient out. Takes all the nutrient out of the food. People don't use the microwave, and you know what? It hasn't really made any difference. Not using a microwave, so I put it in the hall. I put it in the hallway to get rid of it, and the house was dark, and I walked through the lounge room and I stubbed my toe on it. I said the F word, dropped the F bomb, and then I stopped and go, is that being triggered? Is technically that being triggered? Did I just get triggered then, or was that a trigger, or was I just going, ow?
That was the ow.
That was the ow. Okay.
That was
I didn't get triggered then.
Yeah. I haven't used the microwave. Oh, geez. For over 30 years now, I haven't used the microwave.
Well, I was some friends of mine, because you know that I've been eating healthy and eating natural foods, and when they told me that it takes all the nutrients out, that's why people get so hungry, is because you're eating so much food that has absolutely no nutrient. You put it in the microwave, you eat it, and then half an hour later you're not hungry, but your body's telling you you're hungry because it's like, hey, I need nutrient, I need substance, and all you're eating is empty calories. So people, get rid of the microwaves. Okay, we've got a lovely lady on waiting to come on. Okay. How are you going, Latika?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good. Well, having some tough situations that I need guidance on. So.
Yep. Okay. Well, we can give you guidance on yourself. Okay, which is the important stuff.
Yeah.
Because things will play out the way they play out, but the main factor in the way things play out is how you are and how you were going about it. Okay, so that's what we do here. So if I
do you have Facebook on as well?
Say that again?
Do you have Facebook on as well?
Yes.
Okay, can you mute Facebook or remove yourself from Facebook as well, please? Just getting the echo.
Okay.
Let's put it back.
That's all right. Still say.
Okay.
Yeah, you just need to be on StreamYard while you're on the show. Did you hit the wrong button? You look like you're frozen. Okay.
Okay, Latika, do you know much about your chakras?
Somewhat.
Okay, you know how to focus on your heart chakra?
I guess I am now.
Good. Okay, just keep your focus on your heart chakra. Now I want you to take a deep breath in. You'll count to 3, release. I'm either waiting for you or you're waiting for me.
Okay. What I've got you for the moment, it's all about focus for you at the moment, where you're putting your focus. Because this worry, this fear that you're going through at the moment, okay, if you keep your focus there about the what ifs, the what coulds, what you're dealing with at the moment, you're going to miss a lot that's happening around you. You're going to miss a lot of stuff because what happens is when we're in fear and when we're in fear of the unknown, and everything's the unknown that has not unfolded yet, is the unknown. But when all we focus about is, we've got that worry because, we love our kids. We love, it's not easy. But the problem is there's an old saying, all roads lead to Rome. And what that means is with fear is when we've got fear of something happening, everything that we try to do is trying to put distance between us and that fear. And at the moment where your focus is everything is about, not losing your kids or the separation or whatever it is that you said you were going through. But at the moment, your head's so at 100 miles an hour that you're missing so much important information. And then when we focus on the fears, that starts to become our reality. And we just drain ourselves. And at the moment, I'm getting that there's information, there's things that you're gonna second guess. Because what happens is everything, when it's all about our kids, which there's nothing wrong with that's natural. But when we continually worry about stuff like that, and that's all we think about, what happens is we feed that reality. We feed that fear, and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows. And before you know it, we start to manifest stuff like that. Because at the moment, there's just too much happening at the moment. You've got too much on your plate. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a lot to process. It's a lot to absorb. But at the moment, there's so much going internally inside of you, okay, that you're missing the moment. Okay, and regardless of what's happening on, you still have a life. You still have, a day. You still have stuff to do. You still have, your kids to talk to, the things to deal with. But at the moment, the advice that I can give you is, I've got for your main action card, I've got limitless possibilities. Now, okay, that's your action card. That's saying, okay, what course of action? Limitless possibilities for you at the moment. And next to that is a power of community. So that's saying that there's help and there's people around that you can be dependent on and that you can use for support. But the thing about limitless possibilities is I've got enjoy the moment and life's a juggle inverted in front of me. And the bottom of your main pole is balancing act. Okay, this is saying tipping point, tipping point, tipping point, tipping point. So the moment it's about you believing, okay, look, it's all about you keeping that positive space at the moment. You're keeping that clear mind in that positive space. The more you feed into worry, because the last card I've got inverted, this is the trader. This is exchange of energies. Okay, this is talking about where all your energy is going. Okay, which energy do you want to feed? Okay, because the best thing you can do at the moment is hold that positive space and cut out the worry. And it's easier said than done. Okay, but at the moment, as long as if you stay, when that worry comes into your head, okay, it hasn't happened. Okay, your fears haven't happened. So if they haven't happened, why are you feeding? What are you feeding the worst case scenario? Okay, we need to deal with it. But what I'm getting at is it's all about you. It's all about you having that level mind, that level headset, that level mind. Okay. And seeing what's happening around. And as long as you're thinking you're somewhere else in your head, you're missing all the important stuff. And there's support around you. You know, I've got limitless possibilities. That card is just a beautiful card to say, hey, look, what are you worried about? You know, the universe is endless. The universe has got your back. But if you keep, but with the other cards I've got in front of me, if you keep focusing on the negativity and the worry and go from reader to reader going, what's going to happen, you're going to miss out on the power that you do have to do something about it. You're going to miss out on the little things that are important in front of you now. So it's all about where you put your focus. So I've got Father Sky here underneath your action card going. Father Sky says, trust in the unknown. Okay, the unknown is everything that's happening now. Before it unfolds, once you've heard me talk, it's the past. But until you hear me talk, it's the unknown. And we live on the point of the unknown. Except everyone is so obsessed with knowing the unknown, which is ironic. And we fear the unknown, which is ironic too. Consider that's where we do business.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the point of business. So at the moment, these cards are just saying that you got people around you. Okay, the universe is good. Okay, you've just got to stop focusing. You could get out of that head and stop focusing on the negative, and have that positive mindset where you can start to focus on what is happening now and what you can do in the present. Because there's going to be opportunity, there's going to be stuff happening around. But if you go worry, you're going to miss stuff. Okay. And your kids are going to miss stuff because they're present. The kids are present. You know what kids are like. They're always in the moment.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't have to plan ahead and do stuff like we do. Okay. But they understand that being in the moment. And it's about you. It's about you being in the moment and seeing things. And just things are what they are. There's no good about it. Things are just what they are happening. Okay. So if you want to get in your head and start the worry game, you're having yourself like 5% in the game. And at the moment you want to be 100% in the game.
Yeah.
Because that's where your power is. Okay.
Yeah.
And as I say, the power of community. Get some good people around you to assist you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
I hope that's helped you.
Thank you. That has. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Latika, now to go through your chakras, the one thing I'll say to you is that your focus isn't anywhere near them. You're very much in what's going on. I will say that it'd be very wise for you to start looking at your chakras and start spending more time self-healing. Now, stating that, what I will say to you is this. If you were to write a question on a piece of paper, make 100 photocopies of it and give it to 100 people, you'll come back with 100 different answers to that question.
Yeah.
Now, as Brooke mentioned, it is having people to support you, to be there for you. You have to make up your mind what you want to do it the way that you want to do it, what is right for you. The people around you will be the ones who will sit there and listen to you and say to you, if that is how you want to do it, go ahead. People can make suggestions, but at the end of the day, it is you that has to make the decision for yourself. What is it you want? How do you want things to unfold for yourself? Do you want to go around, and Brooke mentioned it as well, do you want to go around reader to give you answers? No one's going to be able to give you answers. They can give you their opinions to your situation, but you yourself are capable of knowing exactly what you want And that is what you need to focus on, how you want things to unfold. Start looking at how you want things to unfold. Start looking and speaking exactly as you want things to be, and things will start to come into alignment. Don't overthink, because you are doing that at this moment based on the situation you're in. There's a lot of overthinking of what happened and how could it have been different and how can I make things, that's not going to assist you at this moment. Start looking, okay, this is how I want things to unfold, and focus on that and speak in that manner of it. This is how I want things to be. And that's what you start to do. Don't overthink about tomorrow, because tomorrow, believe me, whatever you presume tomorrow is going to be, anything can come and alter it between now and that next moment. This is all we have, is right this moment. As Brooke mentioned, as I speak these words, they become past tense. We don't know what's coming up next. We can only presume. And the way that we deal with this is by being aware that anything is possible. So keep a focus point on how you want things to do and work on that itself. There are people out there that you can speak to, but when someone starts saying to you, "Oh, you should do this or you should do that," listen, but don't take it on. What is right for you, and start working with that. Now, stating all that, which is based on the situation, because your thoughts at this moment, or your energy is all focused in your head. It's everything that's happening is in your mind. You're just constantly overthinking the situation. When you have the time, and make the time, it's not really when you have the time, you make the time for this, start looking into the chakras, start to understand what the chakras represent, start to work with them, because that will assist you as well, keeping a clear mind. It'll keep you present, it'll keep you more energized, and you won't be so drained and tired as well, because you are exhausted. There is a lot that's going on with you energetically. Your energy is just drained because you're trying to keep this focus. And also you've got so many voices around you trying to tell you how things should be and what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, and so forth. You are all over the place, and it is time to bring yourself back to your center. Ground yourself, start working with the base chakra, understand what that represents, how it works, and why the base chakra is going to be very beneficial for you. And from there, you can start working with the rest of them. But keep yourself in the present moment, work on your base chakra, and don't overthink the situation. And also make sure that you are clear with what you want, not what everybody else wants.
All right.
That is all I really have for you, because again, as I said, your energy, you are drained, you're exhausted, and there is a lot of tiredness within you. And it is time to start taking that energy back. And you're not going to do it by overthinking the situation, because that's where you're exerting all that energy as well. Pay attention to yourself. Bring it back to you and work on your chakras. Really focus on them, and you'll see that your energy, as you come back to yourself, your energy will start to raise, and you won't feel so tired as well. Okay. Thank you. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just get onto YouTube and just get some 10-minute chakra alignments, or just do some, just get some.
Okay.
They'll sort you out there if you're not 100% sure what you're doing. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. You have a lovely day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. We have someone else. But yeah, I'm gonna go to my lounge room. Hello, Diana. You're on mute.
Hello.
How you going?
Hello.
I'm good, thank you.
Oh my God, you've got the same lounge as me. Good taste.
Gotta love a virtual background, huh?
Absolutely.
Diana, do you? I always ask, start with your focusing on your heart chakra. Okay, so yep, sit up straight. bring your focus to your heart chakra. Take a deep breath in, and to your count of 3, release it. Then bring your focus to your breathing, and Brooke will start the reading.
Diana. At the moment, this so often we can spend. I see so many people. I've seen so many people miss so much of life because they're always waiting to get somewhere else. They're always, when I get here, I'm going to be happy. If I had this, or people like, if I had all this stuff, or when I get this job, or when I get my new house, or if I had that car, they're always looking forward to the future, always, like consistently. But at the moment, you're being asked to look around at what you have got, and at the moment, it's all about you becoming present. Okay, because you so much, it just feels like you're always somewhere else. You're worried about what am I going to have tomorrow? What's going to happen here? Oh, gee, if I can get that, what's this bills? It's just like that constant chatter of the mind. The problem is the first card I've got, Believe of Fortune. This is talking about we're so far ahead of ourselves in the future. We're always somewhere else that we're missing what's happening around us, what's truly happening around us. And to the point where the middle card crossing this is blinded by bias. So this is to the point where you're spending most of your time, most of your energy is always somewhere else and not where you are at the moment. And when this happens, we miss so much. Everything is always somewhere else. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence, and it's time to bring your focus back into the present and go, wait a second, I've got great things happening now. I've got great things happening right now. Because here, look at the bottom of your main pile, I've got here and now, and that's inverted. That's saying you're somewhere else. You're in your head thinking about somewhere else. What am I going to do tomorrow? What's going to happen? What do they think? What's that? Okay, and to the point where you need to just strip that all back. If you truly, and because when we're always somewhere else and we're never present, this is basically like not being in the driver's seat of life. Okay, then we're waiting. All we do is we go. A lot of people go from reader to reader to reader to reader, to work out when circumstances are going to line up. Okay, instead of hopping in the driver's seat and go, I'm going to create, they're like, when's this going to happen? When's that going to happen? Because all they've got is pot luck. All they got is circumstances, because circumstances dictate everything. And what happens is when we're not present in the moment, we're always thinking about somewhere else, we become victims of circumstances. Okay? And for you at the moment, it's about making that choice. It's about making that choice to swap things around.
Yeah.
Okay? Which means that you're going to have to dig deep, because you've got too much on your plate at the moment. Which this is what we do, is we instead of getting to know ourselves and dealing with ourselves, we just take on the world, and we've got 100 things going. We're like, oh no, I haven't got time for that. I'm just too busy. Look, I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm doing that and I've got projects. Okay, so look, We can go, look, I've got so much that I'm doing. I'm just always busy and I'm always doing, but all we're doing is at the end of the day is we're avoiding ourselves. And at the moment it's about you having that conversation, with yourself where you have to recognize that you're important, that you're special, and this is a time to stop neglecting yourself and making that choice that you're important and you've got to come back to you. Okay? Because otherwise it's just chasing circumstances, chasing a carrot on a stick. And at the moment, it feels like you're chasing a carrot on a stick. And that's when we do that, that's when we get 20 years down the track, 30 years down the track and go, how did I get here? This is not what I thought life was going to turn out like. That's because we're not in the driver's seat. Okay? And all the stuff that you're taking on, I've got that you're just taking on too much stuff. It's almost too much stuff going on. Okay? And some things we're going to do. Sometimes it's busy and sometimes it's that. But when we just say yes to everyone, we keep saying yes, oh, yep, I'll help you, I'll do that. Okay, I'll try to fit that in. We just lose ourselves. And spend our whole lives chasing a carrot, trying to find ourselves. That when all we have to do is we just have to take a breath, sit back, and look deep within inside our heart. But at the moment, you've got so many you're just doing so much that you just got so many distractions that's like, I haven't got time to look at myself. Okay, we got to make time. We got to make that choice. And until we do that, it's only going to be circumstances lining up occasionally that will give you a fleeting glimpse of what's possible. Okay. I've got the tell your story card, and this is about who you are, what you're about. But this is inverted. Okay, because at the moment there's so much inside your head that it just feels like you don't even know you don't even really know you. We think we do. And all I can offer you is you need to make that choice. You need to make that choice. Do you love yourself enough to make that choice? Do you honor yourself enough to make that choice? Okay? Because things need to shift. There needs to be changes. You need to come in touch with yourself deep down inside the heart. Okay? And it's not a blame game. Life's like that. We don't even know. We just get busy. And we just try to do the best we can. Okay? But sometimes we just, you're at that point now that if you don't stop and smell the roses soon, by the time you work that out, the roses are going to be long gone. Okay?
Yeah, all making a lot of sense.
Do you have anything, Stathi?
Uh-huh. Do you know what meridians are?
I know the chakras.
Okay. Meridians are all energy points. They're energy points throughout the body, and they run alongside our major veins, artery system throughout the body. So it's an energetic system. So as we see all the veins in the body, next to them there's all these meridians. There's also meridian points. Now, on your right side of your chest, just above your right breast, there's a blockage, an energy blockage that I'm picking up on. Keep focusing in that particular area. That's where you've got your hand around that area. It just feels like a blockage. I'm not medical, so I'm not going to state anything. All I feel is energy blockage. Now, if you can find somebody that can do some energy work on you, who works at meridians, and now where I would suggest would be an acupuncturist to release those energy blockages, because that's all I'm picking up on is just an energy blockage that will really assist you. Your chakras, look, I'm listening to Brooke, and inside me I'm just agreeing and agreeing and agreeing, and just there wasn't much of that I could disagree with what I was feeling. There is so much more that you can be doing for yourself instead of focusing externally and just keeping it internal, where it's more energetic work for yourself, which will assist you to release a lot of the blockages that you do have within you. Because that's the major one, but there are other little blockages here and there. Normally, when you're feeling a particular sharp pain somewhere, it doesn't matter what it is, but if it's a lot of the times it's just the energy block in the meridian. So acupuncture, acupressure, that assists with releasing and just getting that flow happening again, energetically. So I would suggest acupuncturist or acupressurist. So acupuncture is with the needles, acupressure is more using hands and just putting pressure on you, which they work very similar ways. That would be very advisable for you at this moment. Now, to work with your chakras and to work with your energy itself, which is very, again, these all work together. So meridians, chakras, they all work together. When you're there at home, when you're on your own, when you get that time to be on your own, and you're in your mind, well, if you're going to be in your mind, start focusing on the base chakra. As you start working with your base chakra, you'll start to be more present with yourself. You'll start being in the present, and your energy will start coming back to you. When you're focusing on something or someone, you're putting your energy towards that something or someone. So you're exerting your energy. It starts to drain us. Most of us do this. So you put your energy back to you. Being present is working with the chakras and keeping yourself grounded. Energetically, I feel that you can do a lot more than what you're doing. Now, I mentioned earlier to a gentleman that was on the show about doing Tai Chi. That would be beneficial as well. And it's not Tai Chi as in fighting. It's more about that movement and being in the present moment, allowing just a flow, nice energetic flow. And if you can go to certain courses to do that, they'll assist you to be present as well and to work with your chakras. So it's more about understanding them for what they represent and how all of it can work for you as well. There's something you're after, and there's this constant trying to focus on how do you get this thing. And again, that's taking you away from being present. It's always taking you somewhere else from where you are, somewhere you want to be or something you want to do. That's removing you from where you are yourself. Again, I keep coming back to the blockages that you have within you. It's your chakras all require alignment. They all need to be worked on. But I think that's something you can do by getting to understand them and what they mean and how they're associated to the body. And also looking into the meridians. So jump onto the internet, type in meridians, and they'll come up with the information. It'll show you how they're applied, where they are on your body. There are major ones and there are minor ones as well. There's a lot of them. So as you get to understand them, you'll start to feel a difference within yourself as well. And you'll start to be able to, you'll be a little bit clearer with your focus, because your focus itself is not really there. There's not really much more that I can sort of focus on other than the energy blockages that you've got. Everyone has potential to grow, and the choice to grow is up to us. And how do we do that? Well, we can understand how the body works. We can understand how the energy points, and that's what the chakras are, how the chakras are associated to the body, and how the meridians are associated with the chakras as well. I really don't have much more than that to offer you. And I would recommend that you start looking into acupuncture, acupressure, and understanding how the chakras work and are aligned with you. And keeping yourself focused in the present moment more than where you have to be, what you have to do. I feel that will assist you, but at this moment, I don't have anything else to offer you. So hopefully that's assisted you in one shape or other. So
No, that's great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't have much more than that. So thank you for your time.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
How you going, Cindy? G'day, Garrett. Jarrett. Ann. So, if you would like a reading, you must come on the show. Oh. The new people I haven't seen before.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
This is a different. This is not a normal reading show. Normal reading shows, I do Thursdays, I do Sundays, but on Mondays, it's more than a reading show.
Click on the link that our lovely boss has posted. She's the boss.
And while you're doing that, I will just be back in a sec, and they'll hook you up and get you ready.
Yay. Coffee time. You look troubled. Why do you look troubled? Carl, if you'd like to come onto the show, click onto the StreamYard link. Okay, people, come on. If you're going to come on, click on the link. Come and join us. And we'll see what we see, and we'll share with what we see. We're not doctors, so don't look for medical advice. We do not do any of that. If you want to know about yourself, that's what we're here for, to assist as much as we can on the energetic aspect of it. how to bring yourself into the present moment. Most of our illnesses are because we're not in the present, and that we are focusing externally and our health and food that we eat and what we're thinking and how we're thinking. That has all to do with how we feel as well. Yeah, I've been told that before. Yeah, Cindy, I pick up on everybody's energy. It doesn't matter what it is. We energy is we all feel energy. Everybody can feel the energy. The clarity of one's thoughts is the intensity of the energy. Yay!
And dance, girl.
Dance, exactly.
Shake it. If you dance, I'll even bring up the unicorns.
Oh no, don't bring up the unicorns.
Okay, don't bring up the unicorns.
No unicorns.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I heard they're nasty pasties.
No, I've never in one.
I've never met one either, but
Know what you must Ashinak own.
Cindy Riddle, where are you from? What country? Yeah, no, me either. I like razzing people up about them. Stars.
Imagine for a moment that all stars that we see are our own projection. And what is a star? How do we know they're stars? I'll tell you in 1 second. There'll be pinholes. People, who's next? If you want to come on the show, yeah, Tanya.
Tanya, a couple of days ago, and today I got my second one, my marigold. It's come up in my garden because it's spring here.
Here you go, Tanya. I'll throw a question at you. What's a tree?
Have you seen on TikTok? It's got all these people connecting with trees, or saying they're connecting with trees, and going, "Tree, can you please touch me on the shoulder?" The tree will touch them on the shoulder. They keep doing it. It's just, and there's too many videos up. Like everyone's rigging it up. I don't know.
Okay, Tanya, I'll continue. What's a spirit?
He can do this all day, Tanya.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a particular way of seeing things, and I acknowledge the language that we use. I'm using it, I'm speaking it at this moment. Someone to, if you really want to know yourself, so you're throwing words at me at this moment, and yes, I am aware of the association to the words that you're using at this moment, but I'll throw this to you. Now, before you answer though, really listen to the question I'm going to put forward to you, and really think about your answer. I like doing this. What did you know before you were educated? Do not use your education to answer the question. Okay. What did you know before you were educated? Do not use your education to answer the question. You're using your education at this moment to answer a question. Every word you're using at this moment is your education. Every word I'm using, every word you're listening to that I'm speaking is based on education. You have an association to every word, which is based on your education. Well, what's imagination? Isn't that based on the education itself?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So every word we use, every single word we use is educated. Doesn't matter what word it is. Anything that we use, ABC, is based on our education. So again, what did you know before you were educated? Do not answer with your education. So what is a cat? Yeah, I can ask you that as well. What is a cat? And how do you know? So the truth be told, the words that we're using at this moment, we've been given these words. Well, again, you're using your education. How do you know what nothing is? So again, we have a word called nothing, and there's an association to that word. That is an educated association. Every word that we use, it doesn't matter which word it is, it has an association to it. And that association is educated to us. So we've gone to school, we've learnt our ABCs, we've learnt how to create words. You said, I can take you even to this. You just threw a symbol of what is called a heart. And even the color is green. Well, that's what I'm saying. You see, what is a heart? What is green? Again, it doesn't matter what we speak about. It doesn't matter what word we use. You can pick any word from a dictionary. See, now this is where belief comes into it. We believe that the words we're using and their association are what we've been told. We don't know it. So you either know something or you believe something, or you know that you believe. So even knowing, I'm using words again. So
I'm glad we cleared that up.
And there's a good way of meditating as well. When you're meditating and words come to you, or even images that might come to you, don't put a word to them. If a word comes to you and that word will have an association, dismiss it. So this is what the unknown is all about. The unknown is something completely different than what many will actually be able to speak about. It is unknown. Yes, we have words. Yes, we use words. Yes, we're communicating with these words because we all have the same form of education. Yes, a tree is a tree because we can communicate and say, hey, look, that's a tree over there. Well, that's a cat, so we all know what it is. But is it a cat? Is it a tree? Well, light language is a language in itself. I don't speak light language myself, to be honest with you. I don't consider it to be light language. Either way, to know oneself, one goes before language. All language, doesn't matter what it is still language. We have been around for a very long time. And before we started to, even energy itself, before sound, before we started to make these sounds that we got adjusted to, adapted to be what they are today. So at one point through our existence, at one point through the vessel or the vehicle that one had or the body that one had, words are vibrations, yes. Before the vibrations, and it doesn't matter what language one is speaking, it's still a vibration. There was the vibration, and there was the association to the vibration. So, words are vibrations. We are before the word. So this is the rabbit hole in itself. There's been many incarnations. Each incarnation has an education. Go back to that which is educated. So to know oneself, many focus on the education, but not what many do not focus on is who is it that got educated? And I can tell you, the education does not speak of the educated one. So next time you're hugging a tree, ask the tree, I know I call you a tree, but what are you? Wait for its response. See if it says it's a tree. It's a frequency, yes. Vibration frequency.
How do you know it's a cat? There's another can of worms. You had to get him started, didn't you?
So my focus is on not what we speak, but the one that speaks. Not what we see, but the one that sees. Not what we hear, but the one that hears. Not what we feel, but the one that feels.
That wasn't me.
To know oneself, to truly know oneself. To truly, truly know oneself. Not what we've been told. Tonya, I have a show on Friday nights. Are you on my page or are you on your Intuitive Focus?
Intuitive Focus.
Yeah. Healing with Stathi. You get a notification. I'm on Fridays, Melbourne time, my time. I'm in Melbourne, Brooks in Adelaide. 8:30. I missed that. I am following this page. Healing with Stathi. I think Cindy's just put it up. Thank you, Cindy.
Yep.
8:30. This is what I talk about. This is what I do.
Yeah, go and heckle him on his show.
You can come and heckle me, yeah. You can come and give me a hard time, but I'll give you a hard time.
He loves it.
I do, yeah. I do. I actually yeah.
So open up the discussion, pull apart reality.
Yeah. Look, I focus on who we are, not what we're told. And I'm not going to tell you who you are. It's none of my business who you are. You'll see that for yourself. I see things in a particular way, and I can speak, and I do speak, as I just did just then, just light. That was being light-hearted as well. But we can get into the depth of it. Join me on Friday nights.
I can play your ad.
You can play my ad. Play my ad.
She didn't even fill that cup.
I know, she never fills that cup up.
Yeah, I just don't get it. No.
So I'll see if I can get Cindy pouring me a cup and I'll record that.
And if any people want to catch me for a normal reading show, yeah, there's nothing normal about my reading shows.
Guys, Brooke and I, we do this as much as it is assisting both of us. It's to assist you to actually see yourselves for who you are, what you're capable of. We're all capable of achieving a lot more than what we've been led to believe. We have so much that we are capable of. But to get to know that it's not for us to do it for you, but for you to learn how to do it for yourself, to know who you truly are. And not for someone to tell you who you are, but to see it for yourself. To break that, many use the word that is thrown around a lot is the matrix or the illusion. To get past that, to get past the belief system that we've been educated with, to see it in such a way that, yes, to question yourself, to truly question yourself and to face yourself, to face the questions that or to ask the questions that you wouldn't have even thought about asking, to understand who you are. But you have to break the system up. You have to break what you believe is real, and to see things with different eyes, to feel things in a different way that you felt them before. We all want to be healers, or we want to be readers, we want to be something, but not many people want to be themselves. How can you be who you are? How would you know how to look at that aspect of it? Where would you start? Well, start by questioning. How do you know what you know? How do you believe what you believe? Where did you come to know it? Where did you come to understand it? How deep do you really want to go into yourself? I am me. Well, are you? See, every word that we use and the way that we use them, those words that we use, they're not our words. And when we can see them for what they are and why we use them the way that we use them and how they create the reality that has been given to us. See, we are creators of our own reality. But how did we actually get to create the reality that we believe is a reality? Everything that's happening around us at this moment. How is it the way it is? Why is it the way it is? How does the collective work? We're all connected. Every single one of us are connected in this moment, right now. Doesn't matter where you are, there's no distance in this moment. The distance is only a thought. How is it a collective can create the way it creates? Well, that's what we are here to actually aim to assist you with, so you can see it in a different way. Does Kundalini, Kundalini, does it naturally clear? You have to clear your chakras to get Kundalini to activate. There's an alignment within your chakras, the way that your chakras work. There's a lot involved in Kundalini. There is spontaneous Kundalini awakening, where the right environment will actually activate it. But really, you have to do the work to clear your chakras, to understand them for what they really represent, for Kundalini to actually rise. Now, I can say to you that, you call it Kundalini, there's a lot of different terminologies to it, but we'll stick to Kundalini. When Kundalini is activated, your whole belief system will alter. Everything that you see and you believe is challenged. You cannot just accept the reality that you're accepting at this moment. You see the reality for what it is. Kundalini breaks the veil. To see beyond the veil, well, that's what you're speaking of. That's what Kundalini is all about. Kundalini shows you things that I can say through my experience, and I wouldn't say Kundalini, but through my experience, I know that I begged for madness because it was easier to be mad than to see things for what they are. Look, respectfully, I would say that if Kundalini is activated, there is going to be a different way of speaking. There's a different way of seeing things, and wouldn't necessarily call it Kundalini afterwards. It shows you things. Kundalini activation, like depends on which train of thought you work with. Activation of oneself is what it really is to have the self that is experiencing, to see things in a different way. Now, I can go into the depth of this. It is to actually speak in a different way altogether. Whatever you believe at this moment is just a belief. It's breaking those beliefs. Yes, it is your center point. To go to the point of who you truly are that is experiencing. We are experiencers. We're experiencing. Whatever it is that we're experiencing is to take us to who we are. So who is it that is experiencing? You experience Kundalini. Yes, you do experience Kundalini. Yes, you experience feelings. These are all experiences. Everything is an experience. Who is it that is experiencing? That is the whole journey. To the experiencer, not the experience, the one that is experiencing it. Who is it that you truly are? That itself, it goes to a core, to a depth that is not spoken about. You cannot speak about. There's no words to describe what it actually is. Each word, everything that we do is to take us there. And once we're there, it's not that we're there any longer because we've never been anywhere else. So all around us, we have all these distractions. We can call them distractions. Everything that we're doing at this moment, now the one that is doing it, see, that's why I said, what did you know before you were educated? Do not answer with your education. The knower itself is not the known. The believer is not the belief. That true self, the self itself, know thyself. And the self that is known cannot be spoken of. You cannot see yourself, for you are seeing. You cannot hear yourself, for you are hearing. You cannot feel yourself, for you're the feeler. Who one is, there's no word. There's no visual. Before there was, that's which was before there was. Before the original thought, before the first thought, that's which thought, not the thought itself. Breath, chi, breath, energy, breath. And there is, Tai Chi is a good beginning. Movement, flow. See, when we let go and we come to this present moment, to understand that we are in the present moment constantly. Our thoughts are our distractions. No matter what we're thinking, if we're focusing on the thoughts, they're our distractions. Being in the center is literally being centered. And when I say being centered, It is being aware of each word that one is speaking. And it goes more than just the words. Each action, each movement, each step that we take is the past. Being aware that we do not know what is coming. Being aware of what the past truly represents, what the present. So the present and the future are one and the same. So just think about it like this. Right now, if you're remembering yesterday, where are you? If you're in yesterday, looking at now, where would you be? So many look for the future, but don't realize they are the future themselves. Well, movements. When you're dancing, are you focusing on the next movements, or are you just allowing the movements to come through? So if we're just moving, not focusing on our next move, yes, freestyle, whatever's coming through, without thinking of what the next move's going to be, that's working with the unknown. I do not know what I'm going to do next. I do not know what I'm going to speak next. Not expecting something outside of the moment to occur. And that's what it is. It's a release. So when we're thinking, our thinking is, how do I put this one? Our thinking is something that is being done, but we're not aware that we're doing it. Well, automatically, yeah, it's a lot more than that, because it's not just the movements that we do. There's an awareness that occurs, and I suppose that's where it's difficult, because it's being aware of what one is doing, but not what is being done. So it's sort of like separating oneself, but not really being. There we go. You're in a river, and you're just allowing that river to take you where it takes you, without resistance. Just flow. Remember, everything around us is a distraction. To be aware of that distraction, it's the awareness itself, not the distraction. We don't pay attention. We're aware of the distraction, but we're not allowing that distraction to distract us. I don't know if that makes sense. One does not think of what they're going to do, but one does it. One does not think about what they're going to say, but are aware of what they're saying. Yeah, I can see how that is. It is a form of expression, yes. When we when we just flow, again, it's not thinking about what we're going to be doing, but being aware that it is being done. So yes, it is a form of expression. It's a language in itself, but it's not. It's symbolic. That's probably the best way to say it. And one more, Miss Cindy. Thank you. There's a consciousness, I suppose it's being conscious of the unconscious or the subconscious, or allowing the subconsciousness to actually express itself. I disagree with that. I actually do disagree with that. I say, without thinking about what I'm going to say, when someone is in my presence and things will occur, I allow that to occur. So if we're going to go out of our way to speak to people and to say to them what we think, yeah, I can understand what you're saying there. When someone's on the show, for example, when I ask them to focus on the heart chakra, I'm not thinking about what I'm going to say to them. What I'm saying to them at that moment, well, yeah, I really don't know until I'm actually saying it. I don't come on the show and think, well, I'm going to say this, or I'm going to say that, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. And why I ask someone to focus on the heart chakra, for me, it's just to focus on the heart chakra at that moment. From that point onwards, again, you see what I do, what I say it at that moment. So I'm not thinking about it. If I have to say something, I won't hold back from what needs to be said. Being in the present, that's what it is to be in the present, with no expectations. And I don't believe in karma. I have no idea what karma is. I can tell you what I've read about karma and what others speak about, but I don't know what karma is. Karma just means cycle. Well, people can be who they want to be. It's up to us whether, if they're going to be rude, well, it's fine. I don't have to sit there and listen to them. I don't put up with people. Everyone's entitled to be who they are. Most people just don't know who they are, though. We don't have a system where people are, there's no, when it comes to education, we don't educate people to know themselves. The world is not based on us knowing ourselves. There is, if we go into the depth of it, there is a system out there that's designed for us to be distracted. We've been taught what to like and what not to like, what to accept and what not to accept. So we live that life. Okay, Caroline. So as we live that life of education, we do based on that. So people are not really thinking for themselves. That's the program that's thinking for them. What is like and what is hate. To accept things for what they are. Now that's the hardest thing that anyone can do, to accept. People cannot live in this moment. People are living in their minds, either yesterday or focusing on what they're going to do tomorrow. Now, this person did this. Well, are they doing it now? Oh, that person's going to do that. Are they doing that now? So when we stop and bring ourselves to this moment, allow this moment to be exactly what it is, to be grateful for it, to have gratitude for the moment as it's unfolding, without any expectations to be any different than what it is, I think that the world will be much different. But as long as we have people who are telling us we should hate this person or hate that person, or we should not like this or we should not like that, well, we already see what the world is like based on all of that. But again, it comes down to, look at the kids of today. What are they educated on? What are they? How are they programmed? And it is a program. We can say education as much as we want. The mind itself works like a computer. As you teach that computer, that's how the computer will work. That's humanity. That's how we all work. To break that programming doesn't mean we don't use it. Education is a tool. That's all it truly is. But we allow that education to dictate to us. But to know how to use it properly, again, we have to break that programming. Just accept them. Not everybody is awake. Not everybody is aware, and they will react in the way that they react. It's not about focusing on everybody else. It's about focusing on ourselves. Let's align ourselves. Let's be clear with ourselves. How do I feel? I feel great. How do you feel? Well, that's up to you. It's not for me to decide how you're going to feel. What do you want to put your focus on? You focus on the negative, on the negativity, that's what you'll get, negativity. You'll feel the negative. Focus on the positive, you'll feel the positive. Where focus goes, energy grows. What you pay attention to, what you give your focus to, is what you're giving energy to. I'm aware of what's going on. I know what's out there. I know that I can speak. If at this moment, is it happening? It's only going to happen the moment that I go and look at it. But is it actually happening? I'll stay to this. People were told to go and do something. Get that thingamajiggy. Now they were told to go and do it. Well, who told them? Why? They believed something, so they went ahead and did it. Somebody else told them to do something and they didn't question it. They just went ahead and did it. Yeah, I can go with all the circumstances and why people did it and so forth. I'm not focusing on that. We have the power to say no, or we have the power to focus on what everybody else is doing and do that as well. It's up to us. If people don't realize they're responsible for their own actions, there's not much we can actually do about that. We can be responsible for our own actions. But if someone is going to do something and we say, well, it's because of them, well, no, it's not. No, you're not the worst in the world. It doesn't matter. You see, again, do they have power on how you feel? Do you give them, because we actually give that power to somebody. If we believe that, oh, this person said this about me and they think this about me. Well, why are you focusing on them in the first place? Again, as you focus on someone, that's how it's going to be. Where
Technically,
focus goes, energy grows. That's what that means. Family is family, yeah. You know, blood family is family. Yes, you're in that family. You cannot remove them from being family. Doesn't mean that we have to put up with them. If someone's not being good to you, and you can feel that, well, you're either going to sit there and focus on it, or you're going to move yourself away from it.
or you can accept that they're where they're at and not take it on board.
Yeah, and that's the acceptance part of it. We accept them for who they are. Doesn't mean we have to be who they are. Doesn't mean that we have to give them our attention.
So it's our ego that gets offended.
That's right.
And you keep reminding yourself of that, Alison, and you'll get to a stage where it's just other people's shit. So they can say people can say whatever they want to me. And it's regardless, I'm just like, well, that's your stuff, man. It's not mine. Whatever.
Be good to yourself, really. Keep your focus on yourself. If and again, if something's triggering you, Alison, the only thing I can say is work out what it is that's triggering you. And why does it trigger you? Why does it affect you so much? Why do you keep focusing on it? So this is where we gain our own power. We bring the power back to ourselves and say, okay, well, you're entitled to your thoughts. You're entitled to say what you want to say. I don't have to take it on. Just because you called me something, I've been called so many different things. Believe me, I've been through so much. And I've heard a lot of things. And it doesn't stop me being me. It doesn't stop me doing what I'm doing.
So if you take it on board,
you can take it on board, but we're in control of ourselves.
But I don't like the guy but a songwriter, doesn't matter. But he wrote a song called "I Am Whoever You Think I Am," and to you, that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I can't change who you think I am. It's based on your perception. And if that perception is right or wrong, it doesn't change. If you know who I am is who I am. Who someone else thinks I am is their perception. Am I their perception? Am I someone else's perception? Am I someone else's belief?
We cannot change how somebody thinks. How do they say it? We cannot change how somebody thinks or what somebody says, but we can change the way that we react to it. So again, it's still working with ourselves. We don't have to react. Okay, people.
Yep.
We've been on for 3 hours.
We have 3 hours.
3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours. Okay.
3 hours, mate.
That's it.
Yeah. It has been 3 hours. Have a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, depending which part of the world you're in. Friday nights, 8:30, Healing with Stathi.
And I'm on Thursday. Thursday readings.
And Sundays. Yep.
Thursdays and Sundays.
Thursday, I'm on a Friday, then Brooke's on Sunday, and then we're on again on Monday, and repeat.
Yeah, I can't be bothered playing the ad now.
Don't have to. You've already played the ad. Okay, thank you for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed the show. And until next time, be kind to yourself. Good night.
Especially you. Whoever that is.